I love being a woman because I could text my best friend the most unhinged shit, and she'll be like, "No, that makes perfect sense." The people that I have closest to, I can be like, "Hear me out." Like, "What the fuck?" And they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, you're so right." It's like a timing thing because those are also the same people that, like, if they see a door, like, even a tiny crack of that door that's open for them to be like, "Oh, yeah, are you sure?" They know when they can step through that crack in the door or when you
Right.
gotta leave that shit shut.
Or maybe there's times where they just like kick that thing wide open.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've done that to you a few times where I've been like, nope, just gonna like bust that sucker open.
You do this thing with your head and you're like, "Come on." I'm like, "Fuck, I know. God."
Everybody has it. So I'm for me personally, and we've talked about this before, and I think it is tied to the fact that my stepdad is a one. In relationships, that's a place where I often struggle is with the one energy. And so when I think about that in terms of relationships I have with people outside of family who are ones, I do have to put a little bit more of the like rose-colored lens on and be like, no, no, they are not they are not trying to perfect my research paper, right? Like there is sometimes like a little thing where I have to talk myself out of sometimes how they call things out or approach things. Other
Like
times I will
their mouth isn't the red pen.
correct.
Like, everything
Correct.
that comes out.
And I'll say other times I can very much appreciate them because they catch the things that I miss and I can love them in like for that, right?
Mhm.
Like when it's hard to articulate exactly, but I don't know how I mean, you have a pretty strong one wing and that's in your tri type as well.
My one energy is usually very inward, though. Like, it's not usually very like, it's the self-talk that turns into an action of good example. I think a lot of people, not just parents, are going through, like, when you get the holiday gifts, your house just feels it's closing in on you. Like, there's so much shit that's just, like, everywhere. Like I said, I have a gecko plugged into a damn wall. Like, it's wild. There's just shit everywhere. And the story that I tell myself, if the very next day we don't get all of that cleaned up and taken care of, is that I'm gonna be super impatient, I'm gonna be a bad mom, I can't imagine what anybody else's house looks like, but, like, I can't. And, like, I almost, like, ramp myself up to make it feel, like, worse, and it's not better until everything is done perfectly.
I think that is a good point in terms of the inward part of the one energy. The self-preservation one does not have the same impact on me as a social one or a one-to-one one. So that is a good point about that part. In terms of for you and like your desire to like perfect something, and we've talked about this before, there's like a fine line for you between what's one and what's eight.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
some of it
Yeah.
sounds a little bit like eight
It's
as
control.
well. It's
It's yeah.
control. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I can tie my 1 to closest right now. I would probably tell you that, like, maybe 10-ish years ago, I was more 1 wing than 3 wing.
Early in your
Um,
career.
yeah, like, everything had to be perfect. I could not make a mistake, and if I made a mistake, I was so hard on myself. So hard on myself. Yeah, but that's
Think,
kind of
yeah.
it's more of either that or, like, kids kind of changed that in me a little bit. Like, this is some shit that you just can't perfect.
Well, and I think when we're doing this work with a tool like the Enneagram, too, it also can like show you sort of the humanness in other people too, and like the everybody's got their thing, and maybe it's not worth it. Like maybe you're able to like now it's not just softening the 1, but maybe you're able to like stretch into 7, let's say,
Yeah.
in some of that energy
Yeah.
where it's like it's okay. We're going to be fine. We're all fine.
I think for me, with ones, since starting to do this work, I'm not so triggered by them because my oldest kid is at an age where, like, now, like, he was showing some of those tendencies and still does. Like, if he doesn't get it perfect the first time, like, he's so hard on himself and he's so sad. So whenever I see a one, like, I picture this, like, kid that just is, like, so hard on themselves, and it, like, breaks my heart because, like, just, like, give yourself a break.